Um, hello. Today is December 17th, also known as 12/17/2021, or the 17th day of the 12th month, 2021. Um, Bit odd doing a stream right now, but I'm gonna do one regardless. Warning, it's gonna be a very short stream, like hour-long tops type deal. It's more like a courtesy stream, cause it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been like 3 or 4 days since I haven't streamed, which is kind of unusual. Let's turn that down a bit, okay. Cause I would usually stream every other day, but you know how it is. Yeah. We gotta be playing solitaire. As you would, as some of you would know, this is literally the first game I've ever played on stream. Yeah, we did like a ongoing self meme that I made, where I'm just playing solitaire. That's besides the point. The real point is the fact that I probably won't be streaming for a while. I know. Why are you even telling me this? You could just stop. I just thought it'd be nice to let people know. Things are happening, as life is, you know? Not sure. Yeah, life happens, and this isn't like a final goodbye or anything. And I know you might be thinking, dude, you only have like 10 guys following you. You barely have like consistent viewers. But you know, it's as a person who streams, there are certain responsibilities you have to take when it comes to this stuff, and this is one of them. Just letting people know you won't be streaming. Now the real question is, how long won't I be streaming for? Quite a while, I would say. And I don't mean like a year kind of while. I'm talking about like at most maybe 2 months ish, 2-3. Like at most. That's like if everything like if my house like burns down or something. If everything like burns down. Like preferably I want to get back to stream within like a month ish, but that probably won't happen. If everything goes right, about a month. If everything goes like, I don't know, if I'm still like doing stuff, I don't have time, you know, then probably like 2 months. And if I don't stream ever again, then that just means that I've lost the will. Sad to say, but I've lost the will. Hopefully that doesn't happen though. I suppose another common question would have been, why are you leaving? What's up? What's going on, big boy? Kind of weird to call myself that, but yeah, what's going down, Charlie Brown? The answer to that question is not much. Just, you know, like life gets in the way. You have stuff to do. I won't go into specifics because I don't think you're supposed to go into specifics when it comes to stuff on the internet, at least. You know, it just things happen. That's just life. Sometimes you have obligations, and you gotta act upon them, or something like shakes up your life, and you gotta act upon it. It's a typical thing of like it's like a thing that I like to do, where I break up periods in your life by calling them like a television season, you know, like a series. Like, oh, this is series 1, this is series 2, or season 1 or season 2. And then I like to think that people's lives are just made up of a bunch of like seasons, right? Yeah, so it'd be like, oh, for these 3 seasons, we're gonna be in this house with these people in every other season. And like in the first bit of the season, a roommate moves out, and then the rest of the 3 seasons, it's just followed up by this guy that everybody would like, maybe. Yeah, so I generally like to break it up in seasons. That's a weird thing to think about, but I think it makes for a good time of, like a good period of time, you know? Because you don't go like, oh, a year of my life is a season, right? It's a bit like life is a bit more fluid. It's not like you change every year on the spot, right? Like generally things just happen when they happen. Jeez Louise, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. What an obvious move. After like all these streams, I'm still not good at bloody solitaire, I guess. Alright, so there is still a move I can do. Oh, probably this, now that I think about it. Let's see. I'm both like getting distracted by solitaire and actually talking about stuff. Yeah, so that's official announcement. Probably won't be streamed for a month to 2 months. Not until like I figure things out. Oh shoot, yeah, that's what I figured. I say figure things out, but it's more like once things settle, then I'll start doing it. Cause streaming, even though I really like to stream, in terms of like actual importances, I mean it's important to me, right? But that's like after like, you know, food and security and like actual like health stuff, you know, like things you need to just function as a normal person. So as much as I like streaming, everybody has those like baseline functions in which they have to adhere to, otherwise they'll literally die. You know? And there's general like nervousness and stuff when it comes to streaming. Or not streaming, things happening in your life. Like no matter, like for good or for bad. Literally anything that happens, you're like quite nervous about it, right? Because it's a toss-up. It's always a toss-up. Because we're people like, I don't know about you, but I'm like a hobbit. I like to think of myself as a hobbit, where I like things that don't change. You know, like the beginning of the Hobbit, where Bilbo's like, I don't want to go out and do stuff. I just want to sit at home all day. Yeah, it's like me. I just want to sit at home all day and tend to whatever I have at my local area. I don't want to like go out and do stuff like ever. Like I'm perfectly fine with like tending to stuff at the household, or when I say household, I mean like tending to stuff in the local area. But when it comes to like actual travel and stuff, ugh. It's weird. Like I both want to and don't want to travel. I mean, just bad at solitaire. Because on one hand, traveling's fun, but on the other hand, it's very bothersome. Sometimes you wish you could travel without traveling, you know? Isn't that weird? True. True feelings. But it's a bit weird. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. In terms of, like, updates and stuff. Just, you know, that's it. I mean, I'm absolutely terrible when it comes to, like, updating people and stuff. Mostly because, you know, like, as a normal person, you usually don't have to provide updates via the internet. Unless you're, like, actually somewhat known. But I felt like I had to do this anyway. Because I always hated when people, when they stream and then all of a sudden you look at the last time they streamed and it's like 2 years ago. You're like, Jesus Christ, what happened to this man? Is he like dead? And there's like no update or anything. And it's worse when the streamer that you're looking at, like, oh, the info on, is like actually someone known. Like not famous, but you know, they had like a couple thousand followers or whatever, and they had consistent viewers, and now all of a sudden they're gone. I just find that kind of sad. So yeah, I mean, like that's the thing. No matter how big or small you are, I think you should at least update where you are, like what's happening to you. Because as much as people like rag on each other on the internet, baseline knowledge is that nobody inherently hates people, do they? Unless they're like a sociopath or psychopath or whatever. No, like even if it's a complete stranger, you tend to wish people the best. No matter who they are. Unless they're like, I don't know, Hitler or someone. Someone like Hitler, I guess. A person of absolute evil. But what is absolute evil? You know? We're getting philosophical now, but... Oh man, what a start. Yeah, we're getting philosophical, but... you know. It's all good. In the hood. As the kids say. greatest, but it's a good enough start. We're getting a lot of like red stuff. Don't need that, do we? I thought we did, but we didn't. Yeah, that's basically all I had to say. I felt obligated somewhat to say that I'm taking a leave of absence. Yeah, leave of absence. I was checking whether or not I said that correctly, but it is a leave of absence, isn't it? And I thought, what's a better way to do that than to play literally the first game I've streamed? Now, if you look at my history of games I've streamed, or at least like VODs or whatever, because I save them as highlights, because VODs get deleted eventually, which I hate, so I just save them all. Because it's nice to look back and, you know, see what you've done. It's like a badge of accomplishment. I almost said badge of honor, but there's nothing honorable about it. Kind of. Is it honorable? I think it's kind of honorable. Like, the fact that I did a stream for like a month and a half-ish every other day is kind of cool, right? Like, that's a significant amount of time to some people. Well, I say to some people, but that is a significant amount of time. A stream every other day. Like, I say every other day, but it was really, I don't want to say consistent because it wasn't, but it was more than that. It was more than every other day. It was more like every other 2 chunks of days, or every other consecutive day. Like, you know, I stream one day, consecutive other day, skip, and then one day, and then second day, and then skip, you know? I don't know how I would explain that easily, but... Actually... Yeah, let's do this. This is a better move. Other than that... There's not much to talk about. We could just, like... I don't know, it's kind of bittersweet, you know? Like that moment, the hangout time before the guy you watch suddenly leaves for a bit, like a long bit as well. Like, people say if you do this leave, you get destroyed in terms of like statistics on who watches you and stuff. They say if you even take a week off, it's like devastating to your career when it comes to streaming or YouTubing. It's a good thing I'm not at that point yet, though. So that's nice, I guess. The fact that I'm not big enough for this to actually matter. But it matters to me, and that's why I'm making this. Yeah, that's the real thing. It matters to me. Otherwise, I would have just like not streamed for 2 months without saying anything. Obviously, the people around me know what's happening, but I don't know, it also feels weird to keep it ambiguous just because it is the internet. But I also feel like somewhat forced to keep it ambiguous because I don't want people to DDoS me, so to speak, in one way or another. Do I have any more moves? No, I don't. That's what I figured. What's my win rate? 24%. That's not too bad, right? That's like almost a fourth. Let's just shut that off. Yeah. Like I said, it's gonna be a short stream. We're just gonna hang out for a bit. What was I saying? Oh yes, it's bittersweet, isn't it? Like this period in which you're like, oh, only 20 minutes before he leaves for like a couple months. Like it feels like I should have more to talk about, especially since I won't be streaming for a while. But I don't know. It's kind of sad, actually. I thought I before I got on, I was like, oh, I'll just like say goodbye and then whatever. It's not like I streamed that long. But I'm getting kind of nostalgic for absolutely no reason. I mean, this jazz music isn't helping either. It's like it's also kind of like bittersweet jazz music. Man. Hey, we talked about worries earlier. I'm definitely feeling it, dude. Like, no matter what, like, every time you change into another season of a television show, or your life as I like to call it, always nervous. Never calm. And it's perfectly natural and fine. I mean, if you don't feel it, then good on you, but to the people that do, it's like what I was like joking around earlier with my my sister. I just kept screaming, "We Gotta Be Alright" by Kendrick Lamar or whatever, or that song. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar has that one song where he goes like, "We gotta be alright," and I kept yelling that at her Like through walls and stuff. Like I would be like, okay, I'm going to bed, and I would close my door, and then right through the door she would hear me yell, we gonna be alright. Like muffled, you know? And you know what? Everything is gonna be alright. And sometimes you need someone to tell you that everything's gonna be alright. So, let's take that moment while we're playing solitaire. I just want to say, everything's gonna be alright. What a roundabout way to say it. I have to like say, reference Kendrick Lamar, but I don't know. Like, I try to segue these things, that way they flow off the conversation better. It's better than not trying, right? Maybe it's funnier if I just said random things without any context. Man, get a lot of these. Nice. Yeah, I'm just grasping at straws. I really, I don't really know what to say. It just kind of, you know. The real question is, like, I felt like I also should have played, like, Tetris for a bit, but I don't want to spend too much time, because I got things to do. Like I said, I'm quite, or, I was about to say I'm quite busy these days, but it's more like it's going to get busy these days. Which implies that I still have time, but, eh. It's like, if you know the world was gonna end, and I know that's a huge exaggeration between my stream and, like, not being able to stream for a couple months, but it's the same type of feeling, you know? If you knew the world was going to end, and, yeah, if you knew the world was gonna end, and you're sitting at a sunset, what would you say to your significant other? Or, like, to your best friend, or, I don't know, to your loved ones? Like, it's just you and one person that you absolutely adore. What do you say to each other? I feel like any words would, like, undercut what's happening, right? Undersell it? Like, because when you gotta be, like, romantic, you're like, well, it's the end of the world, my love. No, that's dumb. Maybe you should learn, like, French or something, and then it'll make sense. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I can put this in. I didn't even think of that. There we go. And there we go, solved. Nice. That 24% is gonna be 25 now. 1 out over 4 games isn't too bad. Yeah, 26 actually. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, if you were sitting at a sunset, the world was about to explode, like just about to explode. And you were sitting with someone you adore, you absolutely adore, like, oh, this is my best mate, or this is my, you know, my actual mate. Get it? That was a joke between mate and mate. Like, mate as in your significant other, and mate as in your friend. Anyway, yeah, whatever. You have that person next to you. What would you say? I'd probably turn to my, like, best friend or my sister or something. I'd be like, well, I guess this is it. And then we blow up. Goodbye. Bye-bye. What a way to go, though. If I went out, I want to say, like, a joke or something. Like, try to keep the mood, like, nice, you know? Also, what a toughie of a starter for this game. What can I do on this? I don't understand. Jack? I can't... Is there actually a move in this deck that I can do? No, right? Excuse me? What move can I... Oh. That's not gonna change anything though, right? Because these cards are all gonna be the same. And then I reshuffle. Oh, there we go. I guess I did shift the deck by 1. But what is that gonna do? It's not gonna help, is it? Oh, we can do that. Alright, now we're picking up steam, I think. Maybe. Don't count me on that. Yeah, do you know what this is? We were talking about, yeah, back to the subject of as to which we were just talking about. What a weird way to say that, but back to this subject. If it's so likely to play solitaire at the end of the world. That's what I want to do. I want to play solitaire at the end of the world. If if the world was ending and all my friends and family and everybody I knew didn't have anything to go to do, I'd be like, alright, just watch me play solitaire as the world blows up. I bet they would absolutely be tickled to death. People still say that, right? Tickled to death? Anyway. Yeah. I would be playing solitaire, and we would just be talking, but it's mostly just silence. And of course I lose. It would mostly just be silence. And then the world would blow up. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I got like 4 aces off the tableau. What a rare move. And then, boom. We're all dead. Just... I would absolutely love that. If I were to go out in an asteroid field, in like a meteor explosion of some sort, I want that to happen. Man. Oh, I'm feeling it, dude. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the melancholy from this jazz and stuff. Like, that's not sad, because I don't tend to get sad. It's weird. Don't talk about it. I'm a sociopath. I don't get sad. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm sad, just more like reminiscing, you know? Like, yeah, that's another thing that we should do. We should after I finish like a couple games of solitaire, we should look at like past streams. Well, I say past streams, more like I'm not gonna watch a stream on stream. I feel like you can't do that unless you're like actually have like a huge archive. Actually, yeah, unless you have like a huge archive of games that you played. Like, I'm talking about like years and years worth of nostalgia. That's when you can watch like actual streams on streams, right? I'm just talking about like, oh, remember the time we played this, or remember the time we played that? Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I think I'll do that in a bit. Oh man. It's also gotta be weird, because usually when I have time to myself, I do these streams. Because why not? I don't... Like, before I did streams, I didn't play single-player games. In fact, the last single-player game I played was probably like... Actually, I can't remember the last time I played a single-player game. Just, like, by myself all the way. What a weird thing to think about. Usually when you, like, when you play games a lot, you'd be like, oh, I just played this game, like, all the way. But I actually can't think of one. Isn't that weird? That's actually kind of depressing. I felt like I should have spent my time more wisely, but... It's just a game, I guess. But as a gamer... Yes, I know. As a gamer, I feel like I should have... At least remember the last thing I played all the way by myself. I just... Huh. I'm not gonna say that's kind of depressing, but... certainly put things in perspective more, right? Yeah, put certain things in perspective. More like... We'll put it as that. We'll put it like that. Sometimes you look back on and you like think, what have I been doing all this time? You know, you ever had that feeling where you wonder, man, it's been so and so since I've done this or that. What have I been doing? That doesn't help me, but okay. Ooh, this does though. Nice. Oh, we're so close to this. Look at this. Look at this. There we go. Now we just gotta sort it out and we win, right? There we go. There we go. Oh man. I'm not gonna lie when I say I'm gonna miss these sessions. It's like going to a therapist or something, right? You tend to get used to it. But actually, yeah, it's like doing anything for a certain amount of time. You get used to it, and then when you stop doing it, it just feels weird. It just feels weird. It feels like you're supposed to do something when when you don't. Like, you have the need to do something at a certain time. That's why people say we're wired to, like, do the same thing every other day. We're, like, creatures of habit, right? You can make a habit out of what you do every day. Or every other day. And this is my habit that I've been doing recently. Playing games on stream. And even though most of the time nobody's watching, I quite enjoy it. Because I know some of you guys watch the VOD. Shout out to the people who watch the VOD, am I right? Yeah. Man, I just realized how awkward this was as well. It's like the ending of Red vs. Blue. Like the guy is like, don't say goodbyes. I hate saying goodbyes. Like, I thought it was cool when he said it in the show, but actually saying it in real life is somewhat more endearing. And you know what? Yeah, no, the show's right. Like, I thought about it at the time, but this isn't a goodbye, because I will return. Even if it takes like a year, I'll return at some point. Mark my words, right? Even if it takes me like 4 or 5 years, even if I have like, I don't know, even if I become a billionaire, become destitute, get bankrupted, win the lottery, get bankrupted again, have 6 children with like 4 different wives, get divorced somehow 5 times. Even if I go through all that, I will return. This is not the last you've seen of me. This isn't the last that you've seen of me. If I had to put it in more eloquent words. So don't worry. I tell you not to worry, but in a way, it's kind of like telling myself not to worry. Worried of whether I can like have these sessions ever again. Because I do enjoy these. I do enjoy these. I think I've said this once, but someone asked me like, would you keep streaming if like 1 million people watch your stream? And I said, of course. And then he kept going down and down. Like, would you watch if there was only 1,000 people watching? And I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, well, about if there's only like 2 guys. And then at the end, I was like, dude, I would do it if nobody's watching. Which is kind of like what I'm doing right now. What do you want me to do, game? Yeah, there are no moves. I don't understand. I knew there were no moves for a while, but the game didn't tell me. Yeah. It's basically what I'm doing right now. Nobody's watching, but it's like, Jesus Christ, it's like meditation, you know? Oh, what the heck? I don't want to download your Bongo Club Vegas whatever game. It's dumb. This is dumb. Like, it's fake money, so all you do is just press a button and wait, right? You might as well just play like Cookie Clicker or something, right? Because at least you get to click more. Anyway. Yeah, it's like there are certain streams which I do where it's kind of just like meditation. Sometimes it's like an actual fun stream where I'm playing the game and be like, whoa, look at that, or whoa, what's happening here, or haha, look at this, look at me. Whoopsie, I did not want to do that. I want to do like this. There we go. Yeah, some of these streams are more involved than others, I want to say. But sometimes you don't need a super involved stream. Sometimes you just want to like chill, you know? Speak whatever comes on your mind. You know, before doing the stream, I thought I was gonna go crazy or something. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, fake cry or something. Even though I don't do that. Should I pretend to fake cry? I could still do that actually. Be like, why? I'm sad. This is the kind of content you're gonna miss for a couple months or years. I say years, but that's just more exaggeration. But you never know. You never know. Cause again, like ultimately, yeah, ultimately, realistically, optimistically, I don't know. Best case scenario is what I'm saying. I start streaming again in a month. Worst case scenario, 2 months. Like, the world ends kind of scenario, like years, literal years. And that's okay. Because, it's like what I said earlier. I will eventually stream. No matter what. Even if it takes me... Even if I have to climb the Mount Everest to get a bloody signal of Wi-Fi or something like this. Like, something incredibly dumb like that. I'll do it. I'll do it. It might not happen today. It might not happen tomorrow, but I'll definitely do it. It's like the reason why people like Dark Souls, right? It's the repetition. Or like yeah, or at least that's why I like Dark Souls. It's the fact that you could die, but you do it again, and slowly things like get better. Like you get better, or you get better stats, or like things just happen slowly, and then you actually work towards like a goal. Like, oh, I have to beat this guy, or I have to beat that guy in the like that boss or whatever. And it's easier because it's built on like, or I say built, but it's more like inspired by D&D mechanics, you know? Like, at least the way stats work, and there's like certain spells where it's like, oh, see secret messages, and nobody ever takes those, but I appreciate the fact that it's there. I mean, yeah, other than that, there's not much to talk about in terms of catching up. I didn't do much these past days except for, you know, here for life changes, which I guess is a lot, but I don't know, it happens. You ever, like, the sad thing though is that you ever like stay in a place where you know you're gonna move eventually, or not move eventually. Like, you ever stay in a place where you know things are going to change anyway? I guess I'm not really good at this, like, hiding information with things, because I literally just told everybody I was moving. That's what I'm doing, I'm moving, and, like, doing this and that, and, you know, life stuff. I mean, there goes me trying to hide what's happening, like, down the drain, but I guess it's not that big of a deal now that I think about it. Like, since I don't have much, experience doing internet stuff, I thought, oh, it'd be better to just naturally hide things, like information, so I don't get DDoSed, but how am I gonna get DDoSed? Like, oh, you know I'm moving. I'm going from one place to another. Trying to DDoS me like that, punk. Oh, now I want someone to actually DDoS me. Just to prove me wrong. I would absolutely love that. Just like a complete, like, showmanship. Like, I can DDoS you based on this information it's just giving me. It's called social hacking or something. Yeah. And anyway, back to the point I was making. You ever just, like, live in a place that you know you're gonna move eventually? So you just don't bother doing anything? Like, to your room or where you stay. It's, like, an absolute travesty where you stay. Right, I can do that. But then at the end, you're like, wait a minute. I felt like I could have made this place, like, really cool, actually. Because eventually, you slowly change your room bit by bit, right? No matter what happens. There we go. Yeah, like, no matter what happens, you'll slowly change it. That's just how it works. Like, you get settled in, so to speak. And then, like, at the end of it, you're like, damn, if I could do it all over again, I feel like I would have actually decorated my room, like, a lot more. That's kind of like what I'm feeling. I feel like regrets, I guess you would call it. Like, I would have done things different. But everybody has regrets, though, right? It's just a natural thing of, oh, if I knew what I knew now, I would have done this, I would have done that. And everybody has that. And I think the trick is to get over it, you know? Let me just put these cards in like they're nothing. Because they are nothing to me. Because I am absolutely owning these cards. Whoopsie. I want to do it like this. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like this. Don't mind as I count backwards. It's like, I tend to make a lot of references when I stream. I just realized that. Always self-analyzing my streams, aren't I? That's just the kind of way I do. That's the way I do. Let's see. Can I do any of these? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that there, that there, that there. Last card. Well, that means 3 of diamonds is behind one of these. That's gonna be a pain in the neck. Oh, there it is. And we are done after I put this in. Cool. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of a shame as well. Because I just made this layout and stuff, and this is the only other stream that I've, like, used this layout properly. I even took, like, my friend's advice, because he told me there's too much dead space, or negative space, or whatever. Dead space is the game. Yeah, he told me there's too much negative space, so I, like, reduced it by making the borders, like, occupy more space, and generally more like that. And I was gonna add, like, text to that box on the bottom left, where it's like, oh, notifications, and I was gonna add, like, more stuff to it. Just, like, slowly. Because I did make this in basically what is, like, a couple hours. Which is impressive, I think. Or at least I thought it was impressive. I hate this beginning. That's just new game. It's just, yeah, new game. Alright, we'll do one more game, and then we'll, like, look back on memories. I still think it's kind of weird to look back on memories, right? Yeah, we'll just talk about, like, the thought that goes behind my streams, I guess. Like, the behind the scenes. That's always, like, something that happens when a show ends, right? On the television. Eventually, the facade is gone, and then you start talking more and more about what goes behind it, and what was going through people's minds when they were making it. I quite like those, I like stuff like that. Because sometimes you forget, like, even though a show could be bad or good, someone still put, like, some effort in it, right? Somewhat. Just sort that out. And, sometimes you forget, like, man, making anything is hard. Like, literally anything. Like, even if you're a beginner, just doing anything is hard, right? And I don't mean, like, oh, I drew a box. That wasn't so hard. It's more like setting out a goal and reaching it, kind of doing, you know? Like, instead of saying, oh, I want to draw a box, why not, like, I want to draw a box well? Just like, and then you have to set up parameters, like, oh, instead of using a ruler to draw a straight line for a box, maybe I should learn how to draw straight lines and then naturally draw a box with 90-degree angles myself. You know? And then incorporate that somehow. I was like, oh, since I drew a box, maybe I want to evolve it and draw a cube. And then so on and so forth. But, like, the beginning step to just take out a pen and pencil. And paper, I guess. And just do it. Quite hard. And it isn't like, what am I doing here? Oh, yeah. Oh. It isn't like... Because you just do some stuff naturally, right? That was a terrible one. Just do another one. And I'm not talking about, like, stuff you already do, right? Because, like, you could breathe, and that's something, right? And you're like, oh, that wasn't too hard. Like, stop trying to, like... Stop trying to mitigate this. Or, like, coming with ways around what you're doing with what I'm trying to call trying to, like, it's just, okay, stop trying to argue with me and just listen to what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. Man, I should also take, like, speaking classes. Or not speaking classes, but I should practice in the mirror, or not in the mirror. Like, I should think about what like, about changing my speech patterns to make it more fluid. The number one thing that I notice when I stream, and I try to do this less, but of course they're when people speak, it's just based off habits, right? And it's quite hard to change a habit, no matter how minor it is. Like the thing I hate the most when I speak is I say like a lot. You know, the word like it in of itself. And sometimes you don't notice it, but when I was watching, I was, like, taking notes and stuff mentally. I don't actually take notes with pen and paper because it's stupid. It's dumb. I hate that. Like, my worst fear is someone makes a compilation of me going, oh, so like this or like this or like that, like, and then it's just like a 4-hour video of me saying like, and I'm not talking about like and subscribe over here. I'm talking about like this or like that, or I find I find it the easiest way to get my point across, but apparently it doesn't. And other than that, I'm just absolutely terrible. I think one of the positive things about streaming is that you do get to work on public speaking somewhat, no matter how minor it is. Because I'm still talking, right? And that's the most important thing, is the fact that you're talking at all. It's very... Well, I don't know if it's hard, but apparently it's hard. Because I had someone who also was like... Oh, there I go again saying like... But I also had someone who said like they wanted to stream. But they just kind of procrastinated, which is fine. I'm not saying like anything bad against it. Right. Just let that be known. That isn't like sarcasm either. That's just... It's a good disclaimer, you know? Especially since... These people are my friends and stuff. Anyway, I'm not trying to start a beef, is what I'm saying. It's just observations on the get-go. So this guy I know, he wants to stream, but he procrastinates. And he told me that one of the things that's hard about streaming, or something that people work on a lot, is the fact that they don't know what to talk about, so it's just silence most of the stream. And it's especially harder when you play games or do anything mentally taxing while talking, because it's kind of the hard part is like when you do two things at the same time, you know, like juggling these topics while physically doing it. You ever play the piano? You know how like you have two hands. It's like patting your stomach while rubbing your belly or something. I just did stomach and belly. What? Patting your head and rubbing your stomach. Yeah, that's it. It's exactly like that. It's one of those things that's quite tricky to do. But when it comes to talking, I feel like it's also more mental talking, right? And when you play games, it's also mental, because you have to keep track of like targets and what's happening in the game. You have to like So I used to, as a kid, I used to look at people who, well, I don't want to say stream, but more like YouTube and like stuff like that in general. And they would always miss stuff while talking, and I'm like, dude, how can you not notice the game? And later on, I'm like, wait, of course he didn't notice. The man's like talking and actually making the video entertaining, as if he could notice literally everything. Unless you're like an actual god at gaming and you don't say stuff. There we go. Just do that, I guess. What move can I even make here? With this 3, can't use that. Add this 8, can't use that. What I really need is like this 10, maybe. Maybe. Let's just use the hint. What? Oh, I guess, but that's not gonna fix anything, is it? Is there an actual move that I can do here? I mean, I guess I could also do that, but that's not gonna fix anything as well, is it? Unless... Oh. Huh, I didn't even think about that. Man, this is why I like solitaire. People meme on it, but then every now and then you come across a certain set of moves that you would never think of doing, just right off the bat. Oh man. Oh, okay. Let's see. It's just Alt F for that, and then go on to Twitch. I won't log in or anything because I find it tedious. Oh, God, maybe I will log in. Jesus Christ, light theme. light theme? Nah, I prefer dark theme, as most people do. Although light theme is only good when you're working in the morning. That's the thing. Ah, jeez. Alright, let's not look at that too long. Let's go to the video editor. I didn't publish this? I should probably publish this, right? No, this is from today. This stream's not even done. How would I publish this if it's not even done? Anyway, it's weird. Right, let's go to collections and VODs. As you notice, I start new with I try to put the newest video up, and then I put the lowest down. Also, it says 16 views. That's not too bad, right? But holy moly, 50 hours of content. Oh man. Also, I just realized you can only have 100 videos to a collection. So I guess I'll have like videos saved from this date to that date, and then videos saved from this date to that date, and then I'll just like somehow gain a system. And then once Twitch notices this like loophole, I guess, I'll just upload it onto my hard drive on YouTube or something as an archive. Let's see. Ah, yes, the first actual stream. I say actual, but my first stream was Solitaire. This is the first stream that I realized I had a VOD. That's because like my sister told me. I was like, oh, I'm streaming, and she's like, really, you stream? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, you have any VODs? And I'm like, what the heck is a VOD? And then she told me that you have to save your streams as videos. So this is the first time it's done that. Literally the stream after Solitaire one and For Honor one. Or was it the For Honor one? I don't think it was the For Honor one. Man, am I just like fast at no, I'm watching at 2 times the speed. Oh, I'm so slow at Tetris. I thought I was like a god for a second. So we just played like Tetris, I guess, for this one. Which was interesting because this is the first time I had to play a high-skilled game while streaming. And if you never streamed before, well, we just talked about it. It's quite hard to play a game while talking and streaming, right? It's the first time I had to do this. Because the Solitaire, I was just like looking back and forth a lot. But for this stream, it was the first time I had to do somewhat actual good in a game. I had to like pay attention to the stream and, well, talking more, like less than stream. Less stream, more talking, just in general. I had to focus more on talking. Interesting. Yeah. Man. Yeah, and after that, I immediately got used to it. And now when I play Tetris, I feel like I could somewhat hold a conversation while playing a game, which is interesting. Oh, here it is. This is the For Honor one. Oh, it even saves chat. I didn't even know it saved chat. Well, yeah, it saves chat, I guess. That's cool. Now, the thing about this stream is that I really like For Honor, and I would play more For Honor on stream. But if you look here, if you even watch this video, you know it's very laggy. And that's purely because of my CPU. Oh man, look at this. This is like before I decided to use the hat on my model as my main guy. Yeah, early on, this is like the base model, right? But then I added a hat, and I decided like halfway through my streaming career, so to speak, my streaming prowess, I decided to go with like the hat because I made it before I started streaming. By the way, I made the hat and I put it on, and I was like, man, I like this better. So I just started using the hat more. Man, I could actually watch this for hours. And then there was that joke where I just played Solitaire while waiting for the game to load because it would take absolutely forever to load. And we just ended with Solitaire. I remember that. That was good. I also remembered, I think during one of these, someone like followed me or something. That was cool. Oh, now this stream, right? And now this stream, like, cause the first couple of streams was like what, Tetris and Solitaire. Those were just memes, right? Those were games I like to play. Then I realized maybe I should play something like out of my comfort zone. Because if I just play the same games over and over again, I'm going to get bored of it. It's going to get boring to watch. Like, everybody would get bored of it, including me. So I looked at my list of games and I was like, what do I have to play that's single player and I haven't, like, finished all the way, I guess. Like, something that I could just play for fun, like, once and then get it over with. And I came to this stream. And let me tell you, the feeling that I got after doing this stream was absolutely fantastic. Even though nobody watched this stream, I'm pretty sure nobody in chat watched the stream at least. I remember I was reviewing this footage, because that's what you always do, you review your own footage. I was watching this, and I actually laughed at myself a couple times. And I don't know if that makes me, like, narcissistic or anything, but I thought it was kind of funny. And since I, like, laughed at my own joke, to me, that confirmed that I could somewhat be entertaining, right? Or maybe it's just all me. Maybe it's just, like, my type of humor, so that's why I laughed at it. But I felt good after this stream, is what I'm saying. Because I talked about things, you know, it wasn't like a lax stream. It was kind of relaxing, but and then I did this one, Hymno, I believe it was. Because again, I was still on that trend of, man, what's a game that I haven't played that I could just play once and forget about? Ooh, there's a bit of lag on that stream. And then there was the whole meme where, like, the big joke of the stream for this one was, I remember I didn't have the desktop audio playing, so you literally couldn't hear the game the entire time. And then, yeah, and then I started, like, freaking out at the end, and then I was like, oh, I got, like, disappointed, and then I played this game, and I thought I fixed it, but then after ending this game, I realized I just turned it on, and then I turned it off, the audio. I turned the audio on and off, so literally the entire stream there was no game audio, and I kept saying things about the audio specifically in that stream only. I talked about the audio. So that was weird. So yeah, you'll notice that for this period I try to play, like, games that I barely play. Like Exanima. And I remember, yeah, these people in chat, Viking Lord 2000 Winterline. Like, these were my first, like, real people who watched. So that's why I like Exanima. Hence why I played it again. If nobody watched, the game's fun and all, but like, I kind of played this game purely on the fact that there was, like, a community, and I quite liked the fact that people were watching. It's a good feeling when someone actually watches you stream. Yeah. Then after that, I played Tracks, Toy Set Game. One of my favorite games, by the way. I think I said that in the stream, but this is definitely one of my favorite games due to, like, the atmosphere and stuff. Yeah, and then there's this. Wait, we ended this in solitaire again? Jeez, please. And then there's this guy. I think this guy is actually my first follower. What does he do? Plays, like, Osu and Five Nights at Freddy's, I guess, and oh, he's Spanish. Oh, there he is. Look at him. I guess, like, people watching him and stuff. Yeah, this guy has more followers than me. I want all these followers. How do you? What? It feels weird that this guy is, like, higher than me. In terms of, like, follower scale. You just started, like, 2 months, I guess. I don't know. How do people get these many followers? Like 78, that's like almost 100. How do you have like almost 100 followers? And I only have like what, like 11? That's just jealousy coming out of me, but like, come on. Come on. Is this something to do with the fact that he's like he has like an in or something? Does he have like a bunch of friends already? I don't know. Probably. Maybe I should start uploading to YouTube or something. Anyway, I would say by the time I got to Tracks and Toy Set game, like all these streams are pretty decent, but definitely when I got to this stream in particular, I was like grasping at straws almost. I didn't really know what to do. You know, I just realized I published this at November 17th. Right now it's December 17th. It's been exactly 1 month since I pretty much started, like actually started. Because even though this was made in like a couple days before, that was just me like testing stuff. Still, right? I don't know. I want to say like these 25 videos, these 50 hours that I spent within the last month alone streaming. What an experience! We did a whole bunch of stuff. Like even though it's just me playing games, I have so much to talk about just to people in general. Like every time I end a stream and literally anything happens, I just want to talk about it. And so much, it's very memorable to me. I don't know. It's like you come home from school and then as a kid and then everything's memorable to you when so you talk to your mom or your father about what happened in kindergarten and you're like, and then this happened and then that happened. I kind of get the same feeling just doing this, interacting with people. No matter how minor. Yeah, so we did like Spelunky, and then we did like more games. Now this stream, let's see. I think that stream that I just like opened a new tab in, and then what else? Yeah, this stream, if I had to choose, and this is a very easy choice, right? If I had to choose, this would have been my worst stream that I've ever done. Because, we began with Pool, of all things, which I thought would be fun, but I realized I am immediately out of content as soon as I started playing this game. Like, 2 rounds in, I'm out of content. I should not have played this game for 50 minutes. It was definitely like a 30-minute bit game, especially since I was playing against a bot of all things. and then we started playing this game, which was just I hated this game. I don't like actually don't like this game. It's at the end I was talking to my homeboy right here, and I was just like squealing in my chair like, I don't like this game. We even talked like later in the day. I remember we were talking and he's like, oh, you played this game? And what I said I turned to him and I said, yeah, I don't really like that game. And then he turned to me and said, yeah, I also stopped playing around where you were playing. And I'm like, thank God, because what an uninteresting game. Look, this is me exiting the game. That was probably me going like, I don't like this game. And then I started playing this game, and I had no idea. It's a fighting game that I've never played before. And if you ever played a fighting game, unless you're like a veteran of fighting games, I don't know why I said it would be fighting games. Fighting games, yeah. Unless you're a veteran, you generally have no idea what you're doing. And I just felt terrible doing this. Cause nobody, well, I guess people would like it if they saw me like, I don't know, be new to stuff, but I don't like the feeling sometimes. And then immediately after that, we did Cozy Times for Cozy Thanksgiving. That was a good one. That was a decent one. That one, I think I also explained it. A lot of the stuff I'm just reiterating from what I've probably said in stream. Like, that one was just a chill stream. Table tennis. Yeah, table tennis and the Funhouse stream, Club Funhouse stream, was also a really good stream, I think. I felt good doing it. It was just a variety of games. I made a couple decent jokes, I think. It was just very interesting to me. Because sometimes you can tell what's a good stream, what's a bad stream, and I think that one was definitely entertaining. And then this stream, the perfect blend / the happiest chaos that was. I hated this stream so much, because we started off doing Blender of all things. And they also banned someone. And I feel like you can only do art streams if you're actually good at what you're making, right? And although I'm decent on Blender, I wouldn't say I'm good yet. Oh, and then here's like the second worst stream. There's BD and Chaos, so come play with me again. Most of the time, this was just like server issues, so I just end up playing Tekken and Solitaire again. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then there's more Tetris, more Tetris, more Tetris. I fell back on Tetris because I was running out of ideas. Because the bulk of these like games that I played independently, like actual games, I went through those pretty quick. I think I'll probably play some of those. But no, here's the sad part though. I actually really like playing this game. I think this game right here quite fun. I like the premise and all the games were. It was a nice indie short game to play, especially for streaming. It was fun. And I was going to continue that. I was gonna be like, next day we're gonna continue this game. But then I was like, wait a minute, no, I'm gonna be busy. And here we are now. So, the real problem is, if I do come back to stream, am I going to play this game again? Because it's going to be like a whole month before I play this game. And I do want to finish it, so I guess I'll play it eventually, but yeah. That's all I have to say about it. Maybe I'll just watch my own stream so I don't, like, get completely lost in the game. That's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah, then we have the tier list. And we also had... Yeah, I should open this another tab. Yeah, and then these are the last two I want to talk about. Because these are the most recent ones that we basically talked about. Anyway, yeah, we had the Tetramino tier list, which I was kind of hoping more people would see this. Although I don't think anybody tuned in for this one. I actually am appalled by how bad this tier list looked. I felt like I was going insane while doing this tier list. But I didn't realize how bad it was until I looked in my downloads folder and I saw this picture and I was like, what the heck is this? And then I realized, oh wait, I made a tier list on stream that one time. Yeah, and then there was this one, which I thought, it was okay. I definitely ran out of content, like, halfway through, because I should have just done Tetris. Yeah, I did Halo. Wait, is Halo lagging? I haven't watched any of my Halo stuff. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's okay, I guess. There's probably, like, some good stuff in that, like, me playing Halo. I remember there were some parts where I was just absolutely owning people, which is nice. Oh, right. The unique thing about this stream is that it was supposed to be 8 hours. I think. It was supposed to be 8 hours, but I stopped it an hour early because I was about to faint or something. Right. This was supposed to be trying to push, like, the boundary as to, like, how long I could stream. And at the end of that, I was actually dying. I probably could have kept going if I wasn't so tired, but I don't know. That's also a very valuable lesson. Breathe water when you stream. Number one thing, breathe water. Your voice will be absolutely destroyed. Your throat, like, gutted. Or maybe that's just because I, like, talk naturally louder when I have headphones on. Or at the computer. Who knows. Anyway. Whoopsie. Yeah, that should do it. It's been about an hour. Yeah, it was a good... It was weird. What a weird stream. This stream felt longer than the rest of my streams, except for maybe that 8-hour stream, due to the fact that it was just me talking like non-stop. Or maybe it's just me hoping like it would never end. So, yeah. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I don't know. I say talk to you guys later as if I actually knew you. As if people actually watch this, but. Whatever. I'll stream again. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Now you know how bad I am at handwriting stuff. Exclamation point. Smiley face. And then a little, like, eyebrows. And then a little nose, and then a little this, and then a little this. Actually, I don't like that. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay, there you go. Yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, that should do it. I don't want to go. I actually don't want to go, but I promised myself I wouldn't drag this out too long. Oh, what a sad. It's not sad for anybody else, but it's sad for me because again, it's the breaking of habits. Oh man. Should we make this proper? I'm just procrastinating, so I just stay on longer. What do I use? I use Giorgio Bold, I believe. Whoopsie. Let's make that white, and let's make that bigger. There we go. That is not white. Why is this not in white? Can I ask you why? Text. White, please. There we go. Thanks for watching. Exclamation point, smiley face. There we go. That's more proper. It's also kind of big. Whoopsie. What's the button to transform with Alt-T, wasn't it? Yeah, there you go. What was it to do it uniformly? Like this? Yeah, there you go. Make it this big. Let's put it directly in the middle. There we go. Let's also get rid of smiley face because that's kind of unprofessional, and we're all about professionalism in these studios, in just Twitch Studio at least. And then we'll export, put that in my downloads. No. And then I'll add another scene. We'll name this Bye. Whoopsie. Yeah. And then we'll add image. We'll add another image. We'll add the image we just made. And there we go. Thanks for watching. Damn it. I tried to pause my music before I started playing another song. That way it could just be like silence and it'd be cool, but because the song ended right when I did that, and I thought it was gonna be cool. You went just bye. I'm disappointed. That was such a perfect ending, and now I'm like ruining it because it's because of the autoplay of the music, and now I'm still talking and bye.